Hello, hello, hi, folks. Welcome. Happy Saturday. In hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. Welcome. I am Sean Azimi with SideGigSean.com, where I help you look, start, and grow your side business. Welcome. As you're joining me live, let me know you're here. I think Jenny just got in. Hey, Jenny, welcome. Good to see you. Man, I miss going live early. I gotta tell you that. I do miss going live early. Anyway, let's get into tonight. The difference between wisdom and knowledge. Honestly, truthfully, it just comes down to one thing. When I really have to think about it, it really comes down to one thing. After like reading a few things about wisdom and knowledge, and you compare the two and put them together, and it just really comes down to one thing. And how many of you heard this before? Knowledge is knowing a tomato is classified as a fruit. Knowledge is knowing that a tomato is classified as a fruit. Wisdom is knowing not to put it in a fruit salad. Have you heard that before? And it's so simple, but yet so profound. And I'll tell you what, this is what it translates to me, okay? You may know a lot of stuff, okay? You may have knowledge about so many different things, like actual knowledge. I'm not saying just like claiming that you know things, because we know people that claim to know, like they claim to be an expert in every field. Have you ever run into anybody like that? I have. And it's kind of annoying, sometimes. But there are people that really feel like they like know about everything, like everything, right? And then you have Alex. How are you, buddy? Good to see you, man. So, and then you got people that actually do know stuff, right? They have great knowledge. They're well studied, right? And yet they don't talk all the time. They don't just say things at any place at any time all the time. They just don't, right? So knowledge is great, right? I mean, to acquire, to study, to read, to understand, um, wonderful. However, the wisdom part is so important, because you don't want to drop your knowledge where it's not wanted. You've heard me say this many times before. I don't go where I'm not wanted. Doesn't matter if it's at a party. It doesn't matter if it's a get together. It doesn't matter if I'm dropping my um, thoughts or wisdom or ideas. If I'm dropping them, it's gonna be somewhere where not necessarily they agree with me, but they appreciate it. They welcome that information, right? So I don't go where I'm not wanted. I just don't. Like, even like with friendships and relationships and stuff like that, I just don't, right? So same thing here. If you know stuff, if you're well fed in knowledge, right? If you're well studied, well read, well, that's wonderful. But then at the same time, your wisdom, the wisdom, here it comes. Are you ready for this? I truly feel like the wisdom comes with timing. The timing to know when to use your knowledge. It's all about the timing, right? Because you can have a piece of wisdom or knowledge that is golden, right? And you drop it at a crowd where they don't understand it, they're lost, they don't really appreciate it, they don't even care for it, they're probably not even paying attention. Or you take that same piece of knowledge or wisdom and you drop it in a crowd where they're thirsty and hungry for more, to learn more. They're open to new ideas. They love to grab more stuff. I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this out that, well, it's probably, best to drop it where like they need it. They welcome it. They appreciate it. They're probably going to take some in, right? So wisdom is really the timing of when to use your knowledge. Because I'm asking you this, even if you're, and here's the thing, I'll share this thought with you. The more people I meet that are well fed in knowledge and well studied, well read, the more I meet people like that, the more I notice that the more quiet they are. They're actually more quiet. Not quiet where, they just tune out, but quiet in a way where they're like really taking information in from you. They're absorbing you, right? And they're taking that information in. So I've noticed that more about those kind of people. So usually the people that are yapping, they don't have much knowledge, let alone wisdom. Am I right or am I right? Right? So I'm asking you, the next time you're about to drop your thoughts, your wisdom, your recommendations, pause for a second, evaluate the crowd, take into consideration everything, and then look at the timing. Is it the right time to drop what you're about to drop? Right? And evaluate that and make sure that the crowd appreciates it and the timing is right. To me, that pretty much wraps up wisdom, knowing when to use your knowledge. So I hope with that, here, I'll drop it with this. You don't have to say everything you know. You don't have to. Like, this is it's not a contest. It's not Jeopardy, right? It's not a contest where you're being tested to see how much you know more. You don't have to drop everything, right? So evaluate, take the time, pause for a second, evaluate, and then, appreciate that. Say, hey, listen, if the crowd appreciates it, if the crowd wants it, okay. If the timing is right, okay. But if not, no big deal, all right? So with that, hopefully you guys got some love, some inspiration, some value from this. I appreciate you guys. Drop your thoughts, your comments, your feedback below. Let this feed grow. And if you feel like this was worthy of sharing, do what you got to do. Spread the love. Tag a couple people, And with that, I am Sean Azimi with SideGigSean.com, where I help you look, start, and grow your side business. Signing off until tomorrow when we do it all over again. Much love.